Hi, my name is Morgan Rowe, and I'm here to talk about an issue that affects most people connected to the internet today. Whether social media or gaming, there is the issue of online toxicity or trolling, obnoxious behavior that makes online interactions negative for a lot of people. This can affect social media, and it does, but it more affects gaming networks. And the reason is due to their nature of what they do. You can be playing a game of Monopoly as a Republican with a group of Democrats and still have a fun game with a fun outcome. However, if you were to play a game of Monopoly with someone who started calling you racial slurs and flipped the board as soon as they started losing, then there is no game to be had. Both people lose and both people are dissatisfied, except for the troll. Now, my research exposes the feelings that gamers have toward this toxic behavior and how it's taken over some of these networks. An interesting fact is that most gamers now are 31. That's the average age, much higher than people would probably anticipate for people who play games. Almost every single person I surveyed listed toxic behavior as a significant issue affecting the way in which they purchase games and the networks and games they choose to play. Most, if not all, the people surveyed suggested that they would even pay a premium to be on a separate network or server with people who had like-minded interests. Essentially, no one who's a troll and people who had a reputation of being banned or having toxic behavior wouldn't be allowed to play in them. For example, let's take the most online played game in the world, League of Legends. Very popular because all it takes to be a member is an email address to create an account, which is great. It allows a lot of people to play because of that. But there's also the downfall that then anyone can create an address and anyone can play, even those who are toxic, even those who have been banned. As an example, one of the members surveyed, and a friend of mine actually uses League of Legends as an outlet to where they can be as obnoxious and trolling as possible. And he was banned temporarily 8 times before he was permanently banned. That's hundreds of hours of gameplay and 8 temporary bans before he was permanently banned for his behavior. And his solution was to create multiple accounts with similar names and now just rotates which account isn't banned to play on. This ruins the game for most people. So the solution I propose, and it's in benefit to both the user base that plays and the companies that are financially responsible, is that when creating an account, the personal identity needs to be associated with it. This will curtail some of the behavior because some people will realize that their behavior can be ultimately linked to their person. If in creating an account, it would require a credit card and a state ID, even if it was very securely protected, it would eliminate people from creating multiple accounts to do obnoxious behavior. Almost everyone surveyed would also agree to pay a premium. On a free game, they would pay a premium to be put in a league where they're in a separate category from people who want this obnoxious behavior. If so many people have the means to pay and are willing to increase moderation, then it's absolutely imperative that these companies acknowledge that and agree to what I proposed in order to curtail this kind of behavior.